My dear students, welcome back to the DBMS course. In today's session, we will discuss another concept in the DBMS, that is the database management system languages, that is also called as types of SQL commands. Here the SQL stands for structured query language or standard query language. Now in today's session we will discuss about why we are using the commands, what is the use of those commands, what are the different DBMS languages. Okay, those things we are covered. Before moving to the session, introduce myself Gauru Bharat Kumar, working as assistant professor in the department of CSC. Okay, before we are moving to the DBMS languages, first we will know about some information about queries. Okay, why we want the DBMS languages, what is the meaning of a query. Okay, so here I will consider one sample university database. In this database, actually the database means collection of information. Here I will consider seven different types of tables we want in the university. Okay, so the first table is related to student table, second one is related to faculty, third one is related to courses, fourth table is related to rooms, fifth table is related to enrolled, sixth table is related to teachers, seventh table is related to meets in, where the student and teachers are meets in. Okay, these are the seven different tables available in our university database. In the student database, in the students table, we will consider the fields as student id as the string, student name as the string, login as the string, age as the integer, GPA as the real. In the faculty table, we will consider the faculty ID, faculty name, salary. In courses table, we will consider course ID, course name, credits. In rooms, we will consider the room number, address, capacity. In the enrolled table, we will consider the student ID, okay, course ID, grade. In teachers table, we will consider faculty ID, course ID. Meets in table, we will consider course ID, room number, time. Okay, these are the different tables available in the university database. Now we will write some questions. So what is the name of the student with student ID 1 2 3 4 5 6 7? Second question, what is the average salary of professors who teach the course CS 5647? Third question, how many students are enrolled in that particular course? Fourth question, what fraction of students in this course received a grade better than B7? Is any student with the GPA less than 3 enrolled in CS 564? These are the questions related to that database. Now how we will solve these questions? Definitely we want some DBMS languages or different types of SQL commands. With the help of those languages only we will write the commands for these questions. That's why we want the DBMS languages. What is the meaning of queries? Actually, in general terms, we will say that is the questions. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్లీ మనం నార్మల్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్లో చూడాలి అనుకుంటే వాటిని క్వశ్చన్స్ అంటారు. ఏదైనా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో చూడాలనుకుంటే ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ అంటారు. అదే డిబిఎంఎస్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో అయితే దట్ ఈస్ ద క్వైరీ. సచ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం ఇందాకలో ప్రీవియస్గా 5 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైతే చూసామో దోస్ ఆర్ ద క్వైరీస్. A DBMS provides a specialized language that is called as query language, in which queries can be posed. A very attractive feature of the relational model is that it supports powerful query language. So in this situation, relational model, relational calculus, relational algebra supports the powerful query languages. So here the relational model supports powerful query languages, relational calculus. Actually, it is working based on the mathematical logic, and queries in this language have an intuitive, precise meaning. In the relational algebra is another formal query language based on a collection of properties for manipulating relations, which is equivalent in power to the calculus. Actually, a DBMS takes great care to evaluate queries as efficiently as possible. This is one of the advantage of DBMS also. It will give the best efficient answer for our questions. Okay, so now we will move to the what are the DBMS languages. A DBMS has appropriate languages to express database queries and updates. Okay, so this is one of the appropriate language. Why? To express our queries. Okay, so the database languages can be used. Why we are using the database languages? To read, store the information, update the data in the database. So these are the different types of DBMS languages: data definition language, data manipulation language, data control language, transaction control language. In which situation we using which type of database management system language? Now we will discuss one by one. Okay, first we will start with the data definition language, so simply called as DDL. Okay, actually why we are using the DDL, in which situations we are using the DDL? It is used to define database structure or pattern. So here we will maintain particular structure, in which structure we will maintain those decisions, and how the structure is maintained. Here the DDL helps, DDL used to define database structure. Also actually it is helpful to create the levels, to create the tables, to create the indexes, to create the constraints in the database. Using the DDL statements you can create everything. You can create skeleton. Skeleton means structure of the database. DDL is used to store the information of metadata like number of tables and schemas, their names, indexes, columns, constraints, etc. DDL is used to define the external and conceptual schemas. Actually, at the time of data abstraction, we will discuss about view level, conceptual level, external level. Okay, external level is also called as view level. View level, conceptual level, physical level. So here the DDL helps. It is used to define the view levels and conceptual levels. So at the view level the users are available, and conceptual level the programmers are available. So in these two situations the DDL is helpful. What are the tasks performed the DDL? So with the help of DDL we create the objects. Okay, so create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Okay, how we will use these syntaxes we will discuss in the coming sessions. Up to now please remember these words. Okay, create, it is used to create objects in the database. Okay, it is helpful to create the objects. Alter means alter the structure. Okay, it maintains the table format or image format or graph format, that thing. Drop, drop means simply delete objects. Truncate means remove all the records from a table. Okay, please observe the difference between drop and truncate. Here the drop is helpful to delete the particular object, but the truncate is used to remove all the records. Here the rename is helpful to rename the particular object. Suppose at the time of creation we will give some any wrong information, after that we will modify, okay, with the help of rename. Okay, this is the information about data definition language. With the help of data definition language we will create, alter, drop, truncate, rename, performed in the tables. Okay, coming to the data manipulation language, it is used to access the information. Okay, so DDL is helpful to create the information, DML is helpful to access the information. Okay, in DBMS we are using only these two type of database management system languages, DDL and DML. Actually in the next semester you have a subject data engineering. In that you will study about the remaining two languages. Okay, so here the DML is helpful to accessing and manipulating the data. Okay, it handle user requests. Actually these two are the data sub languages when embedded within a host languages. Those are C or COBOL. Here the DML performs the commands like select, insert, update, delete. Okay, so these four are helpful for to accessing and manipulating the data in particular database. What is the use of select? Actually the select is used to retrieve data from the database. Insert is used to insert the data into a particular table. How to insert, how to select, these things are we are discussed in the next coming sessions. Okay, no problem. Update, you want any updates in the database, in that time we are using the update. Suppose you don't want any data in that time, we will use the delete all records from a table. So here the truncate and delete working is same. Okay, truncate and delete working is same. Okay, so next type of language is data control language. So data control, okay, so for the controlling point of view this language is helpful. Here what controls are occurred, why these controls are performed, now we will discuss. So it is used to retrieve stored and saved data. Okay, the DCL execution is transactional. It also has rollback parameters. Actually in data control language we are using two commands, one is grant, another one is revoke. Okay, first we will discuss first point. Actually it is used to retrieve the stored and saved data. Suppose if you want access for particular database, okay, మనం యూనివర్సిటీ డేటాబేస్ని యూజ్ చేయాలనుకోండి, డెఫినెట్లీ వీ వాంట్ ద యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్. సో యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ యూజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి పర్మిషన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. సో మనం దాన్ని మిస్యూజ్ చేయకుండా యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే చాలు. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ద గ్రాంట్ కమాండ్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ టు గివ్ యూజర్ యాక్సెస్. ఓకే, పర్టికులర్ యాక్సెసింగ్ పర్మిషన్స్ ఇవ్వడానికి ఆ టైంలో మనం గ్రాంట్ కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాము. సపోజ్ వీ విల్ డూ ఎనీ మిస్యూజెస్ ఎట్ దట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, the database administrator cancel our accessing permissions. Okay, so in that point of view we will use the revoke. That's why the DCL is used to retrieve the stored and saved data. ఒకవేళ మనకి డేటాబేస్లో ఏదైనా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలి అనుకుంటే, ఓకే, ఆ టైంలో డెఫినెట్లీ వీ వాంట్ ద యాక్సెసింగ్ పర్మిషన్స్. Okay, suppose the database administrator decide to give the accessing permissions, in that time with the help of grant command they will give the accessing permissions. Suppose we will do any misuses, then that time we will, they are cancel our accessing permissions. So at that time the revoke command is used. So in back permissions from the user. Okay, it is used to take back permissions from the user. ఆ పర్మిషన్స్ అనేవి క్యాన్సిల్ చేసేయచ్చు విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా కంట్రోల్ లాంగ్వేజ్. నౌ ద లాస్ట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఈజ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కంట్రోల్ లాంగ్వేజ్. సో హియర్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద కమాండ్స్ లైక్ కమిట్ ఆర్ రోల్ బ్యాక్. యాక్చువల్లీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ రెగ్యులర్గా మనం ఆన్లైన్ బ్యాంకింగ్ అలాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్స్లో ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ అనే వర్డ్ని యూస్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సో విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ ఫోన్పే, గూగుల్ పే ఆర్ ఆల్సో we will perform the some transactions. Okay, what is the transaction limit? Okay, what is the process? Okay, those are depending on the transaction control language. Okay, TCL is used to run the changes made by the DML statement. Okay, so database manipulation language యూస్ చేసి మనం సమ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. సో ఆ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ డెఫినెట్లీ we will consider some transactions. Okay, TCL is used to run the changes made by the DML statement. Here the TCL can be grouped into a logical transactions. Here the commit is helpful to save the transactions on the database. Suppose we will perform some transactions on the PhonePe, we will observe the history, what are the transactions done. Okay, so with the help of commit command, save the transactions in the database. The rollback used to restore the database, okay, to original. Okay, the rollback is helpful to restore the database to the original since the last commit. Okay, this is the information about different DBMS languages. These are also called as different types of SQL commands. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.